In a small town, hidden deep in the Appalachian Mountains, lived a boy named Ethan. He loved adventures and always wanted to discover new things. The people in his town often talked about a strange trail that ran through the thick forests nearby. This trail was said to be dangerous, and many believed it was cursed. But there was also a rumor that a treasure was buried somewhere along the trail, waiting for someone brave enough to find it. One sunny day, as the leaves turned bright orange and red, Ethan decided he would find this secret trail and the treasure everyone talked about. He packed his backpack with snacks, a flashlight, and a map, and then set off into the woods, full of excitement. The forest was dark and filled with tall trees. Ethan walked carefully, using his map to guide him as he went deeper into the woods. The path was hard to follow, and soon he wasn't sure where he was. The forest seemed to get darker and darker, and the trees seemed to get taller and thicker. But Ethan wasn't afraid. He knew he was getting closer to the trail. After what felt like hours, Ethan spotted something unusual, a narrow path hidden under a pile of leaves. It was the secret trail. His heart pounded with excitement as he followed it. The trail twisted and turned, leading Ethan through bushes and over rocks. Ethan saw an old wooden cabin covered in moss in the distance. He was determined to find the treasure. No one had been there for years. Finally, after a long hike, he walked up to the cabin and pushed open the creaky door. Inside, it was dark and dusty. In the corner, he noticed a rusty chest. He hurried over, opened the chest, and found an old leather journal and a small wooden box. Ethan opened the journal and began to read. It told the story of a man who had lived in the cabin many years ago. This man, just like Ethan, had been searching for something special. The last page of the journal said, "The real treasure isn't gold or jewels, it's the journey itself and what you learn along the way." Ethan thought about these words and realized that the true treasure wasn't something you could hold in your hands. It was the adventure, the challenges, and the courage he had shown by following the trail. Ethan then opened the wooden box and found a shiny silver compass, knowing that the compass was a reminder to always trust his own path in life. As Ethan walked back home, the forest didn't seem so dark anymore. The trail that had been scary now felt like an old friend. When he finally returned to his town, everyone was amazed that he had found the secret trail. Ethan shared his story with the townspeople, but what they remembered most was the lesson he had learned. The real treasure wasn't buried in the ground. It was in the journey and the courage it took to keep going, even when things got tough. From then on, the story of Ethan's adventure became a favorite in the town. It reminded everyone, young and old, that sometimes the greatest treasure isn't what you find, but the adventure you have.